We look all nice. We can make here prototypes. The first prototypes who can hold in your hand. Can be from metal, can be also from wood, and can be also in paper. We have here machines for cutting paper, a laser cutter for cutting wood or vinyl, plexiglass in English. Also a milling machine for milling metal, but only not heavy metal. I hope you call me, you send me an email, you contact me, and I'm happy to work with you.
So we are here at the DesignLab. We are looking at what is the purpose of this DesignLab. What are some things you can benefit from coming to this DesignLab and benefiting from all the facilities we have in the DesignLab. I would hand over to Mr. Christian. He's the head of the DesignLab. He's going to be telling us what are some things you can benefit from the DesignLab. How can you make use of this DesignLab? How can you develop your own product? A lot of people have business ideas of some product you want to create. This is the right place for you to develop your prototype. So I'm going to hand over to Mr. Christian now. So Mr. Christian, tell us a little bit about this DesignLab. What is the idea behind the DesignLab?
It's a project by a Ministry of Science and Education. Yes, thank you. We have to build up different rooms for start with a creative idea, to found the idea, and the possibilities to create the idea, to bring it forward, and then also for design and make the construction of the part, if it is a part, and then we have machines to build them, and also handcraft tools for create your idea, to bring it in a form. Yes.
What kind of as people can make here in this DesignLab? I mean, but I know we have a lot of tools and a lot of machines in the DesignLab. I'll work with them. I have privilege. But I want our audience to know that what kind of different types of prototype they can make here, with wood, with iron, with whatever.
We can make here prototypes. The first prototypes who can hold in your hand, so they have a form. But we can create also prototypes like a storyboard, like a film, like this film here, and every kind of prototype you have in the like a process, design thinking process. But the prototypes where you have a form where you can hold in your hand, can be from metal, can be also from wood, and can be also in paper. We have in stone. Yes, true.
It's just
We have here machines for cutting paper. We have a machine, a laser cutter for cutting wood or vinyl, plexiglass in English, and yeah. And we have also a milling machine for milling metal, but only not heavy metal.
no, it's music.
No, only classic rock. I think yes. Not rock.
No, not rock.
And we have also a 3D printer here. With a 3D printer, you can create parts in plastic. It's a filament printer. And it's for create really fast the first prototype or a part of a prototype.
Like this? How did you make this thing?
Yeah, this is not a prototype; it's only an example.
Yeah.
Yes, we do that with a 3D printer. The 3D printer we have here. We have different spaces in our design lab. One where we sit now is for create your idea, for give your idea the first form, for fix it, for founded.
Yes.
And founded. And behind us we have the space where we can bring the idea in a CAD model, in a design model for make the first print with a 3D printer direct behind us. Downstairs in the containers where we have our workshop, there we have the machines for create chips, not for create chips, for create the form, and but on the way where you create the form, you create also the chips, the dust.
Do we have any kind of workshop here to teach people how can they use different softwares to provide their models? Because out of nowhere, I want this. It's impossible to print it. It's not Photoshop.
Yeah,
You should have different dimensions. So
we have many complex machines here, like the CNC milling machine, like the CD printer, and like the laser cutter. And if you create a workshop for all these machines, you need a half year around that. So I have a workshop every semester. It's 6 times. There are 3 parts, and it's called From the Idea to the Form. And we have 3 steps there. One is how I get the idea from my inside, from my mind, to maybe a paper, or to something where other people can understand what is my idea. And then the second step is how I bring this sketch to a CD model. And the third step is how I bring the model from the computer, from the virtuality to the reality with a maybe 3D printer, laser cutter, or a milling machine. It's only a short, it's only introduction. It's only 3 times 1.5 hours. And after that, you can come here every Thursday from 3 o'clock to the evening. It's an open workshop. Everybody can come and we can do something together. Or you can ask, I want to learn something about that. Will you talk? And we make an individual workshop, or maybe you found a team and we can do that.
And I have a suggestion for our audience that do not hesitate about your idea, because if they are feasible or not, you can come here, you can ask Christian, you can have a good conversation with him, and then you can find that is it worth to make the prototype. Because I think we have a slogan for our design lab, a prototype worth a million, something like this.
More than 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I would also like to ask, aside these 3D designs and printing, what are some other things some people can learn under you in the design lab? Like some other ideas, some other skills. What other things can they learn how to do in the design lab?
What skills you can learn?
Yes.
They can learn all the skills I know I have I learned before. Some skills need maybe 3.5 years. That's time where I learned my job before, but some skills are you can learn in an hour, and the skills can be how I can make a technical drawing. Yeah, I have. I learned how I can create technical drawing. That's a book where you can read everything about technical drawings. You can learn how I can work with the machines that we have, like a bandsaw, like a grinder, like
I know grinder. Yes, I'm using the dust and grind.
Yeah. You can learn to use these machines safely, and you can learn what I have to do for print something in 3D, and all the steps between the idea and between the path.
This design lab really has a lot of opportunity for you guys watching us. You can actually come here with your ideas. You can learn so much of new things. You can create your own business ideas. Now, let me come to the area of our business ideas. Take, for example, we have so many kinds of products. For example, we have phone cases, digital watches, digital watch straps, and stuff like that. Can we come up with this idea here? Then how do we mass produce those kind of products that we come up with? Say, for example, I want to export some set of goods because we are in the IBA faculty, we are entrepreneurs. So we are thinking of how we can create our businesses, how we can become global. So how do we create these prototypes here and maybe mass produce them and take them around the world?
The DesignLab is first to help you for create your own business, for start with your business, for create a startup. And so we are in the first step. We help you to create the prototype, maybe for a pitch, for found people who
to invest on your idea.
Invest the ideas and so. But I have also experience in on which way you can produce something, like Spritzguss, Sandguss, and Formbau, Werkzeugbau, according, I don't know in English. But what another step was very important is maybe the business plan, or how I found Förderung, foundings.
Yeah.
And there we have also, maybe you talk with them, Marcel, in the Gründer.
Yeah. But for this matter, we have Professor Graf. They will teach us where should we make a good business plan. But
Yeah.
can I try it?
That is one part, and the other part is maybe to create your prototype that you can do here, and for technical informations and input and so on, you can ask me also. I have a great understanding of technical systems. Maybe we found also a solution together with companies around the university to support you.
So as a design lab, what areas can you encourage the students in the IBA faculty to be able to come up with innovative products for our society? Like some kind of innovation, something new, something better than what we have before, and some kind of innovation, some new ideas.
We have innovation, as we have machines and tools. They are innovative. But the designer have not the idea, the innovative idea. You have to found your idea. Yes. And the DesignLab have also space here to come with your team, or it's better to come with a team with interdisciplinary background. Not only one from IBA, also the second person maybe from informatics, and the third person from tourism maybe, and you found the fourth one, and then you come here and say, we want to found an innovative idea, and we want to found it in a special area, maybe in tourism, or maybe in your home country, or maybe anywhere. You found the person which one you want to support with your innovative idea, and then you can create here the idea. And we have here the tools, we have here the free space, we have not only these chairs, we have also this couch there.
You can actually, but also cool.
And we have here the racks with tools to create something. We have I say but I'm more technical, the steps from idea to form. But maybe you found your idea over the form, so you come from the form to the idea, and
sometimes it happens that when you're doing something, when you find the form, then you can see, oh, this is a new idea, and we can change it to something else, and then you will have a new idea.
Is this answering your question?
Yes, that is right. So I think you also have some information you would like to share with our fellow students who are watching us. Was that what they can benefit?
That what I have here is only my English is not the best, so I hear something in English about the variable spaces we have here. We have the open space here where we sit now with whiteboard, flip chart, and smart board, moderation materials, modeling and classic craft materials. And we have behind us over there, we have a space for design and construction. We have there the workstation for create the CAD models and the 3D printer. And we have in the workshop the workspace for processing various materials with machines or by hand. We do it by hand. Here it is. And these are the informations here we have here. Also, I written down something about the possibilities to design thinking as the design lab, what we need for that. Sorry, it's
It's a cool podcast.
Just typing what we can do, how we can do rapid prototyping in design lab, which machines we have there. We talk about this army of the smart board and workstation. Also reading machine.
Computers are giant, big graphic processors.
Yes, it's in menu and one of the biggest NVIDIA processors inside. It's
What kind of softwares do you have in these workstations?
The softwares will need the graphic card is the thinner the CAD systems. It's Fusion 360. It's from Autodesk, and we have also the free versions, the free CAD, and I have there a software for photogrammetry to create a 3D model with a digital camera. We have the Adobe Creative Cloud, all this
Photoshop, Premiere, whatever, InDesign, all really works.
So people who want to edit their videos, they can come and edit videos here, right?
Like us?
Yes, that's maybe possible. I have no software actually on for edit video, maybe from Adobe.
If you have Adobe Creative Cloud, then
I mean, yeah. Okay, thank you. What is the information?
I don't
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't really know much about this software. So for the fact that I can say to our viewers, you have all these workstations here, you can just feel free to come into the design lab and sit down, bring your ideas, sit down with the computers. We have everything for you to help you create your business idea. Jacob, what do you think about that?
But first, why you're neglecting that camera? Because you're always talking with that camera and that camera neglecting that.
It's not great. So that's also what do you think about this workstations we have here for creating so much of ideas?
I've been here. I was trying to make something in Photoshop to move to this computer, but Christian told me that you don't need to make it in Photoshop. We have something else here. It was software specifically for the laser cutter. Is it laser?
No, so the laser cutter. This is the cutting plotter.
Cutting plotter. Yeah. Sorry.
Is it plotter?
No, that's true. And then
this is a knife, but it's a laser.
Yeah, it's a knife, but it works very fast. You cannot see the movement. The movement, you cannot see the movement at all. And then afterwards, you have your, for example, your slogan or whatever you have, your written things or your design. You can it's kind of a sticker. Then you can put it on your final product that I put.
So you have a very good experience in the design.
Yeah,
in the design lab.
It was great.
Thai also. It also a good experience with you.
So, Mr. Christian, tell us a little bit about your background and how you came about this idea of creating designs or stuff like this.
My background,
yes.
In the 80s, I learned model maker. It's one handcraft.
The 80s, old
last ancient. And I make there also my it's called Meister in German, and I worked in casting companies. We make huge metal parts, and I make the models of this, and they form it in sand, and then come the hot metal inside, and like waka plates. It's a machine or a caterpillar. And then I started Autodesk. It's a huge software company. They create CAD systems and like AutoCAD, or Fusion 360, and they have also software for create the NC code for the milling machines, and they have also software for create the measurements, for automate measurements, coordinate measurements machines. And there I teach the customers individually on their own parts. And that was a very nice job, and it's makes fun. I do it. I love this job, but I'm often at the customer side, and I make 50,000 kilometers per year. And so I think about what can I do and what can I give back to young people. Where can I found a place for my knowing and also knowledge. And so I come here and found this project, and my idea was, that's great. That's what I want to do. It's not the same I do before. Before they spend a lot of money for teaching, forget the instructions, and now
you do it.
now you do it for free. And it's otherwise too, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's
We
nice.
have much more ideas, and the students here have much more open mind.
I think we know a lot of things now about the DesignLab, and maybe it's time to have a farewell.
And thank you for listening.
But don't neglect, please. That's your role.
So if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions with us. You will see the email. So Mr. Christian will be here for you. He is going to be able to assist you for all your projects. And I can assure you, you'll get your project up and running. Thank you very much for watching.
But if you are a student of Hochschule Worms,
So Mr. Christian, any last words for our viewer?
I hope you call me, you send me an email, and you contact me, and I'm happy to work with you. Thank you very much.
goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.